All right, let's get right into it. Man, the world of sports talk is never dull, right? But things got especially fiery on ESPN's First Take the other day. We're talking two huge debates centered on two of the biggest names in the NBA. And it all kicked off when Kendrick Perkins, Perk, just straight up threw down the gauntlet. He basically looked at his co-host and asked, "Are we getting soft over here?" And boom, that one little comment just lit a match, setting the stage for this awesome breakdown of what it even means to be a superstar in the league today.
So that's exactly what we're going to unpack right now. We're diving headfirst into both of these controversies. We're going to look at the arguments, the counter-arguments, and stick around because there's this one piece of data that's, well, it might just flip how you think about all of this.
All right, debate number one, the Boston Celtics. With Jayson Tatum's status kind of up in the air, the panel dug into this huge what if. And this has massive playoff implications.
So here's the big question they were wrestling with. Without Jayson Tatum, are the Celtics toast? A first-round exit? Or is there enough firepower there, with a guy like Jaylen Brown stepping up, for them to make a real run for the title? As you can probably guess, the guys on the panel were not on the same page. Not at all.
And right out of the gate, Kendrick Perkins comes in with this just scorching hot take. We're not talking about just getting out of the first round, not even just the conference finals. Perk says they can go all the way to the NBA Finals. Wow, that is a bold claim, right? But he came ready with his reasons. So here's what Perk's thinking. He's looking at a team with a championship culture, right? A top coach in Joe Mazzulla. And he says Jaylen Brown is the best two-way player in the entire league. But here's his real kicker. With Tatum out, all that championship or bust pressure, it's gone. He says they're playing with house money, and to him, that makes them the most dangerous team in the East. But hold on. Vinny Goodwill was like, whoa, let's pump the brakes here. For him, asking Jaylen Brown to be the guy and carry that entire offensive load series after series without another reliable scorer, that's too much to ask. He's basically saying, look, they're good, but they just don't have the firepower to go all the way. And then, Stephen A. Smith steps in. And when he talks, you listen, right? He completely changed the conversation. Because for Stephen A., it wasn't about the Celtics themselves. No, it was about one specific team. A team he called their brick wall. And yeah, this right here shows you exactly what he means. Stephen A. is saying the Celtics' biggest problem isn't their own roster, it's the Detroit Pistons. He points out that they've beaten Boston 3 out of 4 times this season. And get this, even when Jaylen Brown was dropping an average of 35 points on them, they still lost. So for Stephen A., that's the brick wall. That's the immovable object. Okay, let's switch it up now and get to our second debate. We're moving from a team problem to an individual one. And this one is all about a pretty tense moment between a legend, Shaquille O'Neal, and a current all-star, Karl-Anthony Towns. So picture this. The Timberwolves just got a big win, and Karl-Anthony Towns is on the post-game show. And Shaq, he doesn't just say, "Good game." No, he looks him in the eye, live on TV, and challenges him. He basically says, being good isn't good enough. You're part of a 1-2 punch. You have to be dominant. End of story. And man, the panel was split right down the middle on this one. You had Kendrick Perkins in one corner just loving it. He's like, hell yeah, that's accountability. That's a healthy conversation. But then you have Vinny Goodwill in the other corner, and he's thinking, Cat is kind of an easy target sometimes. And maybe Shaq's idea of what a big man is supposed to be is a little old school. But Stephen A., he came down hard, firmly on Team Shaq. His point was simple. This is Shaquille O'Neal we're talking about, a 4-time champion, the most dominant force we've seen since Wilt Chamberlain. Stephen A. is basically saying he has earned the right to say every single word he said. This isn't trash talk, it's a legend, setting the standard for greatness.
Okay, so you think the argument's over, right? Shaq's right. But then, Stephen A. throws this massive curveball. He brings up a stat that completely flips the script. And this is where things get really interesting. Because what I'm about to show you makes Shaq's whole be dominant thing way more complicated.
Just look at this, it's kind of nuts. When Karl-Anthony Towns plays dominant, like Shaq wants, takes 14 or more shots, his team is basically average, a .500 ball club. But now, look at what happens when he takes 13 shots or less. Their record is an insane 20-4. It's this crazy paradox, right? It seems like for this team to win, KAT being less dominant is actually better.
So,
What do we make of all this? We've got two totally different debates, one about a team, one about a player. What's the thread that connects them? Well, it all boils down to one simple but heavy idea: expectations.
I mean, look at it. Jaylen Brown and Karl-Anthony Towns are both staring down the exact same problem that so many superstars face today. It's this constant battle, right? On one hand, everyone expects you to be the guy, put up massive numbers, be individually dominant. But on the other hand, what if that's not what it takes for your team to actually win?
And that really shows us these two different paths to what we call greatness. You've got the Jaylen Brown model. The number one guy is out, so you got to step up, become the alpha, and carry the whole team on your back. Then you've got the Karl-Anthony Towns model. The challenge isn't just to be great, it's to figure out how to be great within the system, even if it means taking fewer shots so the team can win.
So it leaves us with this big question, and I want you to think about this. What really defines a superstar in today's game? Is it the eye-popping stats, that raw individual dominance that Shaq was talking about? Or is it something else? Something harder to see on a stat sheet, like the mindset, the willingness to do whatever it takes to win, even if it means you're not the one in the spotlight. That's really the question at the center of both of these debates.